If grief was a room, it would look like this. The nurses would say, "Right this way. We are the door on the left, marked with the letter G. You may place your belongings and all that is familiar to you in a plastic bag and cinch it closed. Dressed in a white hospital gown, you lay sandwiched between the white sheets with a warm white blanket on top. Your eyes dart around the white walls of the room and the unfamiliar machines and instruments, and you wonder where you went wrong. The nurse leaves you there, waiting, and the voices in your head are scared and telling you things you don't want to hear or believe. You don't know how to hold the weight of grief in this room. You don't want to be here, but your body cannot move. Eventually, the examination and tests are over, and the nurse returns and instructs you to take your things, opens the door, and you exit into the bright white light of the hallway. Your bag feels so heavy that you must drag it on the floor. You look inside to discover that your bag no longer only has your personal belongings, some things you no longer recognize, and it is filled with countless letter G's, all different sizes, some made of metal, some tarnished and eroded, some smooth as river rock, and others sharp and jagged like coral. You try to remove the letters, but it is no use. There's a force field around them, and they now belong to you, enmeshed with your possessions. For 3 years, I've been entering rooms marked with the letter G and continue to carry the heft of those that follow me, are part of me. But I've also realized sometimes the letters change in meaning, in material, in weight. Some days, the G on the door is warm and yellow, and as I turn the knob, which is also warm to the touch, and push the door open, I notice art on the walls, a sunflower or a heart, a house with a garden. I notice the nurse asking me how I'm doing, kind and gentle. I notice my oncologist checking my body carefully, reviewing my chart and prescriptions, scheduling scans and tests, and I am grateful. I am grateful for these spaces that found my tumors and have kept me alive. I am grateful for the people I've met along the way, wise and empathetic friends and facilitators that were only found by each of us entering the room marked G on our own, embarking on a life-altering transformation. G is for grief, and G is for grateful. I am not grateful to have cancer, but I am grateful for the people and experiences that lighten the load, that take some of the letters from each other's bags, melt them down into gold, and pour the molten fluid into the cracks of our hearts, transforming some of that grief into gratitude to be alive. My bag will always contain heavy G's, but so many have become soft and fluffy, light as a feather, a multitude of colors, glowing bright and radiant to witness, soothing G's. Grief strikes us all, and with our grief, we will find gratitudes. It is the only way to carry the weight. Grief is something we all have in common. Let us help each other with its heaviness. In relationships, in community, we are held, we are healing, we are learning, and we are grateful for noticing how to live our best life and having time to make a change and to make a decision each day to lead with love. Grief and love and gratitude need each other. They are like the 3 complementary colors that, when mixed, make a rainbow of new colors and the most beautiful palette to paint our stories with. Do not let that letter G on the room of your grief scare you. Remember, it is only part of your journey, and with the right lens, it will steer you to something brighter. 3 years on this journey, and it feels like an eternity. Grief has that way of mixing up time, slowing things down to a screeching halt because of the emotions that make up its fabric. But slowing down can be good. Slowing down, I am reflective, I am noticing, I am healing. I will surpass the average life expectancy of someone living with metastatic breast cancer, and we will have a great party. I will not believe what my original oncologist told me about my time left, for she did not know me or the community I hold and its power of love. I will believe my confident oncologist who states that she isn't worried about me. There is so much to do. More days with my children, more witnessing them grow and blossom, more traveling, more creating, more nurturing, more swimming, more days of gratitude. This is hard with all those G's bouncing around, and it takes work and effort and practice to balance them. But it's the only way I'm going to thrive in this delicate yet robust life. Thank you for all your support, love, sympathy, encouragement, inspiration, and commitment to hope and healing with me. I am grateful for you. I grieve with you. Let's keep going. Here's to a long, beautiful life.